How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about BBIG. It did have quite the pullback inside the market, but of course, many other stocks experience the same thing, especially the ones that get a lot of attention on this channel. There were other plays that were running up, aka the Trump stock that everybody was making bank on. And we know that brought a lot of attention from traders and took it away from these plays that we talk about and many others, especially meme stocks and so forth. But I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. And what are some levels we need to look for in a bearish case scenario and as well as in a bullish case scenario. You want to be fully prepared if you're going to be jumping into this play. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information. The reason why this is important because it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. So you want to be prepared. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. What was happening on the institutional side and as well as the retail side? Was there more buying? Was there more selling? We're going to find out. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and going over some more details as well. So let's get to it. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for BBIG. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $5.99, being down 6.11%. On the low, it tested $5.86, and then on the high, testing $6.38. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 33.658 million shares, and for the average volume over 10 trading days being at 66.264 million shares. So what we could see right away, we had below average volume, and you guys know what happens to BBIG when we do have this, especially when it's that big of a difference, more than half. But of course, you know, Trump stock did take over the market today. Now, so when we take a look at our chart, which is a 1-year daily chart, we can see from the RSI down below, it is right around 45.27. And when we take a look at the moving averages on the chart, you can see we have strength above the 200-day, the 100-day, but we are below the 50-day and as well as the 21-day EMA. So one thing that we saw clearly today, 586 support was able to actually hold up. So going into tomorrow, you're going to want to see a continuation of 586 being strength. If it ends up breaking through this particular level, then the next level that you're going to be looking out for will be right here around $5.30 if it's a strong pullback. That's the bearish case scenario there. As far as for the bullish case scenario, what you're going to want to see is it being able to get back to $6, right? This is a key level, and then making that move going above 638. That was our high on the day. So I feel like if we can pass 638 going into tomorrow, then we can look forward to a move here around 663 and then seeing where we can go from there. Most preferably catching back onto the 21-day EMA at $6.72. So you're definitely going to want to keep an eye on this play if this is the one that you decide to choose going in to Friday, and be aware of those ranges that I just talked about. This is very essential here because, like I said, I feel like if the excitement does continue with other stocks, like I've been talking about the Trump stock, I won't be surprised if it pulls back even further. So let's see what happens for BBIG going into tomorrow. So we're going to take a look at the short interest information for BBIG. So for the dark pool short volume ratio, it's at 32.41, and then for the dark pool short volume being just over 16.4 million shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 1,000, updated 13 minutes ago. And then for the short borrow fee rate, it is at 95.70%. So that is fairly high. Now, when we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we can see for the close of October the 19th, it was at 31.56, and then the close for yesterday being at 32.41. So what this tells us right away, shorts have increased their positions, plus the short squeeze potential on BBIG is much higher now, especially when we take a look at how many short shares are available and as well as the short borrow fee rate. So continue to keep an eye on this play. So now let's jump into the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for BBIG. So we can see here on the inflow, it was 43.59, and then on the outflow, it was 48. 48.16. So we end up having an outflow day. When we take a look at the breakdown on the large, we had 1.32. On the medium, it was 31.13. And then on the small, it was 11.04. When we take a look at the outflow side on the large, we had 0.54. On the medium, we had 35.78. And then on the small, we had 11.84. And keep in mind, this is in the millions. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for today, October the 21st, looking like a big green candle right there at 778.84. So one thing that we can clearly see, institutions were loading up on shares of BBIG. When we take a look at what was happening on the retail side as far as for the small, yes, we did have a lot of buying, but there was a lot more selling, but you know what? It wasn't a big difference. And then when we take a look at what happened on the medium, yes, we had a good amount of buying that was coming in, but we had more selling. Like I said, when it came to BBIG today, many traders got out and they were going into other more profitable type of plays, which were more volatile. So when you see it pull back like this, many saw it as an opportunity. And the only way to see this as an opportunity, unless you've been doing your homework. And this is why it's very essential that you do that. So the pullback in BBIG, one thing that is clear, many were loading up on the dip from the numbers that we just took a look at. So now let's jump into the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for BBIG, here are some levels that you want to look for. As far as when I took a look at my phone not too long ago inside of the after hours, we are trying our best to hold down $5.80. So what you want to do, or what you want to actually look forward to, is seeing how well it can hold up 580 going into the open for tomorrow, especially on that dip. If 580 does break, then the next level I'm looking to see hold up will be around the 560s. And if it does pull back further than that, then the next level is around 530. That's just a bearish case scenario, or just how it will pull back. And then you can make a decision for yourself in consideration of, hey, am I going to be taking a position or not? As far as for the bullish case scenario, we want to see BBIG get back to $6, a $6 range. This is a key area. It now becomes a psychological area since we finished below it. So making that move and actually having support there, which we've proven to have in the past, will be very monumental for BBIG. Of course, there's been many delays and so forth, and many are just saying, well, you know what? I want to sell out of this position. We've seen that in the order flow, but we also have to chalk up the fact that there were other plays that were running up as well that grabbed the attention of traders. Also, when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, I'm bullish. I'm going to tell you guys straight up here. We can see as far as for the short borrow free rate, it is high, being over 90%. And then plus on top of that, not many short shares are available. And by looking at the short volume ratio, this play does continue to have short squeeze potential. So all of those variables are checked off. So this is why if we have a lot of buying pressure and there's a lot of volume coming into the stock, we can look forward to seeing this move to the upside. But if we don't end up getting that volume and people are selling, of course, the stock is going to pull back. So this is something that you want to make sure you're aware of, and then make a decision that is right for you of how you're going to go about attacking this play. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.